Yes. First of all, I have to give like a general view of the ship. The ship has conducted six different operations between the 22nd, 29th of October, and amongst these operations, 234 people were rescued, and they are still on the ship since that time. So you can imagine like people staying on the deck of a ship in the middle of the ocean with the weather conditions now. It's not getting any better, by the way, and in addition to this, like the water and the food ratios on the ship are getting less and less by the minute. You have people who are suffering from respiratory diseases. You have people suffering from psychological disorders because of the long time they have stayed at the sea, and the situation is really bad. We have talked to the NGO SOS Mediterranean this morning to tell us more about what's happening
This
on
is
the
the
ship.
NGO that organises this ship.
Exactly, and they've told us the situation is so bad. Like the crew on the ship they have divided themselves into shifts to just keep an eye on the migrants, so that none of the migrants would jump off the ship, because some of these people are having like this mental stress. They think that if they jump off the ship and go swimming, they will reach Italy. So it's so hard. The NGO have told us like amongst these people, you have 56 minors. Four of them are under 4 years old. 42 of them are not accompanied by any of their parents, and this is by itself is a major thing. Also, you have 19 people who need an immediate emergency medical aid now, and the crew on the ship they can't give them. So all of this accumulates to the situation that says it's so hard on the ship right now, and uh, add to this, like since 22nd of October, they haven't received any answer from the Italians to deck in one of their ports. So all of this also mounts to the situation, to the difficult situation of the migrants on the ship.
Yeah, so a really difficult
Yeah.
situation indeed, Sharif. Now, the Italian government has refused to allow these migrants to disembark. Under international maritime law, is that even legal?
Well, under the law, no, it's not. It's not legal. The law is clear. It's out there. It's written. Everybody can see it. Like all the countries that have signed all the treaties and the laws that are concerned by the rescues in the sea, they have to accept all the people that are rescued from wherever they come and with no any discrimination amongst them. Italy, what Italy has done is like they stayed, like they left these people before the Ocean Viking. Sorry, there has been three other ships, and the standoff between the Italian government and the NGOs stayed for some time for 1,000 people. They, thanks God, like they let three ships on their ports, but before that. The Italians have refused to let these ships in, and this is by the international law. It's not allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. But unfortunately, according to the law itself, the international maritime law, the national laws prevail, meaning that the national Italian law prevails over the international law, and whatever the Italians want to do in this aspect or in this issue, they will do it according to their own national laws. Unfortunately, also there is no body committee, I don't know, whatever that is responsible for implying or applying these laws on the like forcing the countries to apply these laws. These laws so far. You have on the European side, you have the European Human Rights Court, which is the highest court ever. Like and the European countries, they should abide by its decisions. But so far, we don't know if the Italians would abide by any decision by this court.
And just very briefly, is it your assumption that now this ship is going to come to France and the migrants will be allowed to get off on French soil?
Yeah. Well, to be clear, France hasn't issued any statement about this. They haven't said yes. They haven't said no so far. It's the Italians, the Italian foreign minister actually, who he thanked France for this initiative, but France hasn't said anything so far. They didn't tell the ship to come to their ports or not. So far, the ship is going towards France. According to the crew of the ship, they are still hoping that somewhere on the road, the Italians would allow them to disembark, maybe in Sicily, because they still have time to reach Corsica, and and Sicily is on their way. So they are still hoping the Italians would allow them. Nobody knows so far.
All right.